Hey, horror fans, once again, it's the Horror Miser Money Gene. Today we're going to talk about Clown. Now, Clown is a 2014 supernatural horror film. It was directed by John Watts. It's produced by Eli Roth. He actually had a hand in this film. Basically, it stars Lauren Allen, Andy Powers, and Peter Stodmeyer. It's a very simple premise. A guy decides to dress up in a clown suit for his son's birthday because the clown that he ordered didn't show up. Unfortunately, after the party is over, he can't take the clown suit off. It's stuck to him. And unfortunately, he starts changing and transforming, and he starts to develop murderous tendencies towards children. And that's basically what the premise of the movie is about. Now, basically, Kent McCoy, he's a very loving, but seems to be a bit more enthusiastic, a bit more involved in his work, but he does his best to take care of his son's Jack's birthday. He ordered a clown. Unfortunately, the clown, due to some mix-up, the clown doesn't show, and at one of his properties, he finds an actual clown suit. He puts on the clown suit, calls himself Dumbo, and not be confused with Dumbo the elephant, but he does call himself Dumbo, and does a pretty good job. Unfortunately, overnight, when he tries to go and take the clown off, he can't. The wig is stuck to his head. It adheres to his head. Little nose is stuck to his nose, and he can't get the clown suit off. He actually goes to work, can't take the clown suit off, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, something bad happens. He can't take the clown suit off. Unfortunately, the longer he stays into the clown suit, the more he starts to change and starts to transform. He has these, he can't seem to be satisfied eating. He also starts to get murderous tendencies and murderous tendencies towards children. It isn't too long that we find out what the true purpose of the clown suit is and what the fate is stored for Kent McCoy. This is a movie I've been dying to see. A lot of people, from what I understand, is kind of in the middle. Some people love it, some people say and some people hate it. As far as I'm concerned, I'm kind of in the middle. It's pretty good. Lauren Allen does a pretty good job, and so does, let's see, the guy, his name is Pete. No, his name is Andy Powers. They play the, I think her name is Meg. I think that's what her name is. Her name is Meg. And give me a second. Yeah, the wife's name is Meg, and I think Lauren Allen and Andy Powers do a pretty good job as Meg and Kent McCoy. You can tell that he really wants to do right by his son, despite the fact that it does seem to work a lot. And Meg is also a very loving and understanding wife, and she thinks that Ken is doing a good job. So I think they're serviceable. Their son, Jack, the kid actor, he's okay. He's not terrible. He's not great. He's not annoying like some of these kid actors are. And of course, we have Peter Stodmeyer. He's in this film, and he brings his very usual charm right here. Unfortunately, there's really not much meat to grab on here. It's not a bad film. It's okay film. It's a serviceable film. But despite even the good performances that Annie and Laura do, there's really not enough to grab it or make it even better than it could be. The one thing I did like was the practical effects. I like the practical effects. I actually like as Kent continues his transformation. It's very good for what he becomes. So I really did like about that. I like the fact that the film didn't pull any punches because there are several very disturbing scenes that happen in this film, and the film doesn't pull its punches. When you have Eli Roth in this, where he's not directing it, but he is involved in this film, so you're going to get some good practical effects. You're going to get some gore in the film. So the film doesn't shy away from that. But like I said before, there's something not enough to grab the meat on bone, so to speak. John Watts does a pretty good job with the material that he has. There's nothing really bad about the film. It's like I said, it's just not enough meat to grab on here. So on my scale of 1 to 10, I want to give Clown 6. Fair warning, my horror fans, if you are afraid of clowns, I know somebody had told me that if a person who's afraid of clowns watches this picture, they'll get over it. I guess because he thinks that this movie is bad. I think for myself and a few people that I know that actually have a fear of clowns, I recommend them not watching this picture because it's not good. I mean, it's bad enough they did not want to watch American Horror Story Cult because that had some clowns in it before. But this one, I would not recommend it for people who are a general fear of clowns. But what about you, my horror fans who are not afraid of clowns? Have you seen Clown? Do you think this was a pretty good horror picture, or did it just miss the mark and it's just like blah? I didn't like it. Leave your comments down in the comment section and tell me what you thought about Clown. Well, that's my video for a clown. I hope you guys will enjoy it, and I thank you much for watching. And if you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if this is your first time, if you're first time here, please hit that subscriber button and ring that notification bell. That way you can become part of the horror experience with me, the Horror Miser Money G. And as always, all my social media links will be down in the description box below. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd. I am also part of a group on Facebook called Killer Flicks, where we talk about horror all day long, all week long. On our Fridays, we have Free for All Fridays, where we talk about everything. Once again, my name is Lamont Smith, better known as the Horror Miser Money G, and always remember, horror rules.